Hey guys, welcome back to AEW sessions. My name is Wangster, and as you can see, I'm not Nav. Nav, our main host, is not available today, so I have to do his job, cover up his ass lah. But as you can see on my face, there's a huge red dot here. I got burned by a cigarette lah, so today not so lang tai. So sorry about that. Anyways, today we have a very special guest, and this guy can disappear anytime he wants. So, because he is Malaysia's top magician, mentalist, and illusionist. Please join me and welcome Chris Cheong.
Hello, thank you.
Bro,
Yes.
you are a magician?
Yep.
Are you also the devil?
No.
No, okay. This time I mentioned
Yep.
magician, mentalist, and illusionist. These are all separate roles, and you do everything as one person. Explain.
Well, technically, as a mentalist, as a magician, as an illusionist, you are at the same thing. You're a magician. It's just that different title means you specify in different areas of magic. For example, mentalist performs effects or shows that does things like mind reading, telekinesis, telepathies. So things that involves mentalism stuff.
Wow.
While illusionists perform things that is on grand scales. Have you been on stage where you see women getting saw in half?
Yeah.
David Copperfield stuff.
So it requires a bigger stage lah.
Yes, on stage.
But all right, just tell us about your career. How did you start with magic?
Well, my interest in magic came about when I got a Toys R Us set. You know those magic toys when you were a kid. From Toys R Us, it was a huge set. It was for my birthday present. I got it. I opened it up, and it was just a box of wonders. So I got into every different toys that is in the set. That's how I got started.
So do you still have that toy with you now?
Yes, I do have quite a lot of them actually still in my house. I framed them up in a nice little box and put it in a section.
Wow, like trophy lah.
Yes, occasionally I go back and play around with them. So.
Okay, what about mentor? Do you had a sifu before this, or what?
Because you see, magic is not like it's not like music, or it's not like any other courses where you can actually go to university and have, to study the course. It's something that we learn through when you have interest. When I got the magic set, right, and then I wanted to investigate more, so I went to magic shops. I went to acquire different books, different DVDs. I read them, I watch, then I learn them, and then you have to go out and perform.
But you told me that you went full-time at around 15 years old?
15.
15, yes. And then you got a show in RTM.
Well,
tell us about that.
When I first started performing full-time, it was about 14, 15. That was when I decided, you know what, I want to do this as my career. So the way to do it was, in my time, it was to go out and actually perform it anywhere. I went to the mall, I went on the street, I performed it to people that I don't know. I randomly approached them. And then the more you do, and then the more people, you meet random people. And then one day I met this guy who does a program for RTM. It's called Kids on 2. And I was in a mall, I was approaching him, doing some experiment on magic on him. I was like, hey, I have this show on Kids on 2. I said, you wanna come? I said, okay. And then I went to work for RTM. I went on Kids on 2, and Kids on 2, it's an episode, I think maybe 40 minutes long, and there's like a segment in there where I teach magic.
Oh, that's like around 50 episodes.
About 50.
And what happened after that? You left, they didn't decide to prolong the show, or?
After that, I realized, because by doing that, I get to know a lot more people. I get to meet a lot of people in the event industries and stuff. So eventually I got a lot of other opportunities to perform and stuff. So I started to perform in events full-time, in corporate events, corporate shows.
Well, you perform in universities.
For free.
You also mentioned religious social gatherings.
Yes.
They call you a devil, black magic, stay away from me.
Actually, most of the time, most of these events in universities and whatnot, back then I volunteered. So back then, it's a trend back then to get paid with exposure.
All right, so it's more like building up your portfolio back then.
Yes, correct. So back then in my church and in all those religious gatherings and whatnot, when I have parties and all, I throw myself in and said, hey, you want a magician?
But how did you transition into performing on cruise? It's like those holiday cruise ships, right?
Yep.
Yeah, how did you transition to that part? I mean, I think it's like a whole different level already.
Well, it depends on how you see it. It's ultimately at the end of the day, working on cruise ship and whatnot, as a magician, it's a good thing because, you see, the thing about magician is that when we perform, we're doing it freelance, right? We're doing it from events to events basis, so we are not under like permanent employment. So cruise ship it's one of those things that gives you a sense of security. So the way that I engage the cruise ship is, again, it's through different events that I perform and opportunity to meet different people. Then eventually I met this Asian guy who has all this does all these contracts for cruise ships, and he got me one. So I went and performed on board.
What were the countries that you traveled to?
The cruise ship that I was on board was a China-based cruise ship. It was one of the first China cruise ships that's on the sea. So our home base was China, and then we traveled from China to Japan to Korea,
Wow, so I assume that you actually met all kinds of people along the way then?
All kinds of people. Yes, I've met a lot of different kind of people from all age to all races, and it's fun to perform to them, so you can exchange culture as well.
But do you get to work with other magicians? Throughout the journey.
When I first started, yes. When I first started, I started with a friend of mine. I'm not sure if I should disclose his name. So we used to do shows together when we first started because we were scared, right?
Yeah.
So it's scary to go on stage yourself and whatnot. You drag friends along.
Okay lah, buddy lah.
Yes. So we were on stage when we performed together, and that's the only, those were the times that we performed.
All right, we have a few photos up here. Tell me about this event. This doesn't look like a cruise ship. I'm assuming it's like some gathering or something.
I think I'm not sure how many years ago, but many years ago, India has a lot of university, has a lot of famous university, and they always have their own festival and whatnot. So every year I get invited to perform in a lot of universities across India.
All right.
So I get to travel all around India and perform to their festival.
All right, guys, those who are watching at home, if you have any questions, something that you want to ask Chris, please go ahead. Anything related to magic, so Chris will try to answer. All right. So moving on, I know that magic, there are a lot of different styles out there. I mean, how do you call it? I mean, close-ups, street magic, all this kind of stuff. But how do you describe yourself?
Well, generally, there's two types of magic, of course. You have what's on stage and you have what's on close-up, right? So on stage and off stage. But on stage, it has your own genre. We have stage illusion, we have parlor kind of magic, we have silent stage act. So there are many different types on stage, and there are many different types on close-up as well. So generally, there's two types. But I perform close-up, I perform stage. I perform stage mentalism, I do stage illusion. I also do close-up magic. Which is everything I know how to do.
But which one is your favorite then?
My favorite, close-up magic.
Close-up. Is it because of the intimacy, the challenge is that?
Yes, because there's no magic that's more fun than being really up close with your audience. So let's say you have any object, and that interaction that's so up close and it feels so personal. And when you perform, it really it just feels very different.
Okay. But when clients approach you, do they give you ideas like how they want the event to be, or do you actually propose, you curate the whole performance?
So what normally in the events, clients, when they approach me, they always give me a set of things that they want to achieve. Like, this is your slot, and in this segment we want magic, what can you do? So we always look at different things like the theme of the events. So then we can customize the different kind of shows if they want and whatnot.
But starting, doing magic at such a young age, I think it's quite an intimidating world. I mean, going out and dealing with adults, So actually, what kind of challenges do you face? From a young, probably up to this point, like you are already very experienced. I mean, what are the situations that actually you experience that it requires experience to you know, how to save your ass basically on stage. Because I know sometimes when you do a trick and the audience just stare at you like no reaction, you see.
When I first started, it was hard because when you're 15 and you're out in the event world, it's usually hard because when people look at you, they're like, oh, it's a kid, right? And then they try to cut your pace, or they try to do different things to you. It's hard because you're a kid and you feel small in a big world. And I had this thing that I used to do when I was 15 to maybe when I was 18. I would set up a company, and I would make myself look bigger than I am. So when a client approached me, I would pretend to be a couple of person at the same time. I'll pretend to be a manager, I'll pretend to be an admin, and then obviously I'll be me.
Wow, sounds like me also, because now I'm the producer, I'm also the host.
Yes.
And I'm also going to be your victim later on.
Yes.
All right, guys, Chris is going to demonstrate some simple magic trick. I mean, I wouldn't say simple, I would say probably the oldest trick in the book. Am I right?
Not oldest trick in the book, obviously, but this trick that I want to perform, it's something that means a lot to me because when I first started performing, it's one of the first few tricks that I do. And it was one of those first few tricks that kind of got me a lot of connection and a lot of opportunities.
All right. It does, but I think nowadays we all one leg kick, basically.
Yes.
You know, anything you also say yes, you know, it's all opportunity. It's just how you want to go around with it.
True.
But we have one comment here by Dennis Tay. Well, I'm going to agree with me when I say producers are magicians in their own right. Oh, that's very true, Dennis. But I hope this will be the last time for me hosting. I'd rather not host. I prefer to be behind the camera. Okay, Chris, why not demonstrate this trick of yours? I mean, there are a lot of forks here. I don't know what you're going to do with it.
Okay, these are not sponsored forks, right?
Let's go.
Desco fork. Okay, these are forks. Obviously, we have seen these before. Go ahead and pick one fork, one that we're going to use.
They're all the same, right?
Yes, whichever one.
Do I need
Yes,
to bend
that's one. Okay, do me a favor. Just check them out. Check them out. Make sure this is a solid stainless steel fork. I think it's written stainless steel at the back. That's hard. But it's a real fork, yes?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
All right.
Now, I don't do this anymore, which is fun. But this is it's a normal stainless steel fork. Okay, this is what we're going to try. We're going to do something with, let's see which camera. With the sharp part of the fork, okay? Okay, check this out. If we take it, we go shake it up and down. 1, 2, 3. Check that out. See, one of them bent.
Can I touch?
Yes, go ahead. Give it a little press and yes. It's really hard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? But here's the fun one. Here's the really fun one, okay? Just stand up for this.
What do you need to Okay.
Ready?
Okay, let's see
Right here.
which one's gonna stand up lah.
Right here, see. If I just gently rub them like this, not sure if you can see it. Comes right up. But this is the family friendly show, right?
Anything goes, bro.
Okay, good. See, if you gently rub it, the more you rub it, the more it comes up. See? See how good this finger is? Yeah?
Bro, I'm thinking of something
But you
else.
can But if you look at it, you can see it's slightly bended. Yes?
I think mine can't go that high. I mean, the fork at home.
Your fork at home?
I don't think can
Yes.
go that high also.
But if you notice, mine is bigger than yours, right?
We have to prove it in different ways lah.
I have to. Okay, but here's the really fun part. I want you to check this out, okay? If you look at the fork right here, and we go gently like this, 1, 2, 3. See how it goes down?
Lembik already.
See, it just comes right down. Just feel it.
Can I bend?
It's in fact this fork, it's actually quite soft. You can easily bend this back straight. That's not a problem. But we're gonna try something fun. Are you a left-hander or right-hander? Which hand do you use the most?
I go both ways, bro.
You go both ways. But which hand do you prefer the most?
I think the stronger hand will be this.
This hand will be the stronger hand. Okay, good. Put out your hand like how you normally would.
Uh-huh.
Okay, grab it like how you normally would.
Okay, are you gonna hurt me?
No, no. But don't squeeze it too hard.
Okay, okay.
Okay. I'm sure you know how it works. Yes. Okay, we're gonna go left to right. Okay. Check this out. Here's the fun one.
Do I need to apply force?
No. Okay, relax. a bit,
Relax.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, normally you apply that much force. Okay, but check this out. Check this out. Here's really fun one. Okay. If we could just go left to right like this. If you notice.
Oh, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
You can feel it, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. It's weird, man.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yes. And this one, right here. This one right here. It's a very nice souvenir for you.
How am I gonna eat my Maggi
Don't worry.
goreng
That's
then?
why I got you so much more.
So this is for me to practice, I guess.
Yes.
Guys, this is crazy. I mean, I've seen this on TV before, but not face to face. So this is crazy. I mean, it's totally different. I
but
mean,
that's why
performing in front of
Yes.
someone.
That's the beauty of close-up magic because it feels so much personal, isn't it?
All right, let's see. Any comments coming? Oh my God.
Yes.
Why are the comments so obscene? Oh, was it me? All right, things are heating up. All right, great. All right, back to some questions that I have for you. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Back about your career. Was there a demand for magicians back then? I'm talking about before the internet era. Or did you like started all these things during the internet boom?
You see, the time that when I got started in magic, it was I feel like it was kind of good time because the time I decided to do it full time, that's when a couple of years after that, magic was picking up because you have magic on TV like David Blaine's Street Magic Special. We have Magic Monte. So magic on TV was a big thing. So magic suddenly becomes a demand in events, and many events eventually start to adopt and wants to hire a magician. So during the time that we first started, it was a perfect time. And also because during that time, people tend to look for services or they search for services through the internet. So building a website and whatnot, getting a presence on the internet was a huge thing.
So the internet is your best friend. I guess till today, you are still using your social media platforms, your website to promote yourself.
Yes.
And what about word of mouth? I mean, do clients recommend to other clients? Do you get this kind of jobs as well?
Word of mouth, yes, a lot. Because when you perform for one corporate event, and then client, eventually mentions you to the other, or they have friends that are in the events. And these are the opportunities that you get by performing in events.
Well, I think the market is going to be competitive every year. I mean, there will be new guys coming up.
It's already competitive.
So, but how do you deal with this kind of situation? And do you promote yourself as a more experienced magician, or I mean, with a bigger portfolio, more venues that you perform?
I think generally there is nothing much I can do. I just have to, I kind of just have to do my best, and if there's still a market value for me, I'm sure.
All right. I mean, we are going through this COVID pandemic. How has it affected you actually?
My main source of income comes directly from 100% through magic. So I perform in events, and I also teach magic in international schools.
Schools, international schools. I mean, you teach them. I mean, like a subject or?
Obviously not a part of their co-curriculum, but it's something that is like an after-school program. It's an extra curriculum.
So you have students under you now?
We have students running throughout the years and years in these international schools. So COVID, basically what it does is it takes away two source of income, main source of income.
But how do you? I don't know, man. I mean, being in the arts and creative industry, I mean, a lot of us are affected. But do you see yourself using the social platform to do magic? I mean, now everything is online.
Why do you think we're here now?
Yeah, so guys, if you are planning to get a magician for your event, your gatherings, or anything, just go to your website. Your website is
thechrischeong.com.
Social platforms. I mean, you have IG as well, right?
Yep.
So Facebook and IG, look for Chris Cheong.
And here's the fun thing, because maybe there is not many Chris Cheong in Malaysia. So if you ever go on Google, you type Chris Cheong, I'll be there.
All right, we we have a weird comment here. This guy Dennis, where do magicians get their flowers?
It depends if you want it real or fake.
No, he answered himself. Out of thin air.
Exactly. That's how we do it.
Can I see your flowers instead?
You want to see my flowers?
Dennis, enough with the funny comments, man. I mean, someone please ask something serious, anything related to, yes, magic, but something within his knowledge, not flowers coming up from butts and cracks, Guys. All right, moving on. Let's see, what do we have? You mentioned about doing a trick, another trick involves Instagram.
I did.
Right?
I did.
Yeah. No?
See how he gets panic? No, man. So it's, anyway, where were we? All right. We're going to teach a trick.
Okay.
Because you requested that we teach a trick to the viewers. And I was thinking, because it's all COVID, social distancing, and all that kind of thing. So when you perform, you want to stay a distance, right?
Yeah, I mean, okay lah. Teach me something
Yes.
that I can impress the girls.
Impress the girls. This one is perfect.
Something related to abs or something simple. I don't want to be carrying a fork everywhere I go, right?
Sure. Okay, let's try this. This is the fun part. So you were asking about mentalism, right?
Okay.
Okay, mentalism, it's a fun genre. So imagine now in front of you, there's a whole set of cards in front of you. Yeah?
Oh, wait.
52 cards right there.
Before we go there,
Yep.
I'd rather not go through this. I'm
Yes.
a bit scared. Can I get someone behind the camera instead to
Yes, of
experience
course.
this?
Then they won't think that we...
Yeah, I'm scared. I start praying already.
This,
Wait. Let's see who we have. Ellen, come here, Ellen. Come here. Okay,
Hi,
Ellen. I'm gonna make some space. Ellen, you come right in the middle here. Alright, okay. Alright, good. Alright, you do the trick.
yes, of course, Ellen, you want to take a seat?
Yeah, sure.
No? Okay, good. Okay, Ellen, imagine, like I said, imagine in front of you right now, you have 52 cards in front of you. You can see all the cards in your head. Yes? Okay.
All right, in my mind. All right.
Good. From that 52 cards, pick a card, any card. Don't just make sure that I don't influence you, okay? Like three of spades, nope. Make sure I don't influence. Any card. 52 cards.
You got your card already?
Yeah.
Name one. What is it?
Heart of. Why you call it that? The love.
That love heart.
Heart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Off.
Of.
What number? Oh.
So we have ace, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack and
9.
king. 9 of hearts.
Yes.
Do you want to change your mind?
Mm,
It's your free choice. If you want to change your mind, go ahead.
nope, I will stick with it.
You stick with the 9 of hearts. Okay, now I have this habit of posting up things that are related to my dreams. Not sure if you believe this, but few days ago, I posted something on my Instagram. Okay, do you have Instagram?
Yeah, I do have.
Okay, go ahead. Go to my Instagram.
That's your phone?
It's on the chair.
On the chair.
Alright, cameraman, handphone please.
Go to my Instagram. Wait, what is my Instagram? Oh, what is? It's been a while since I go to my Instagram. So let me open up my Instagram.
So guys, this is one trick you can learn.
It's underscore Chris Cheong right there. Yeah. Underscore Chris Cheong. I'm not sure if you can see it.
Yep.
Yeah. Now,
Okay.
it's not the most recent photo. It's the second photo, yeah, that I posted a few days ago. Go ahead, click it. Now, if you notice, there's a card that's on the back, right? Now, it says there, what does it say there? On the captions.
I had a dream. In my dream, you pick a card. Isn't that weird?
Isn't that weird? And how many days ago was that?
About 4 days ago.
About 4 days ago. Would it be amazing that 4 days ago, I had a dream that you pick the 9 of hearts?
It's true.
And it's the only picture on my Instagram with cards that says 9 of hearts.
Wow. This is the devil. Goodness me.
Please like that photo as well.
Yeah.
Follow me. Got that? See, this trick is amazing because you get people to follow your Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. All right. Thank you,
Thank you so
Alan.
much, Alan.
So now you get to go to some bars and impress some chicks. But you haven't, explained the trick.
Yes, this is the trick I'm going to teach, right?
Okay.
But here's another application to the trick, which is really amazing. You go to bar often?
Every now and then.
Every now and then?
Yeah.
So imagine if you could go to a bar. That's why this trick is perfect, Imagine
Alright.
you go to a bar and you meet this girl. She's so cute and you really like her, right? And you go up to her and say, would it be amazing that many weeks and months ago, I actually dreamt I met a girl and her name is whatever her name is. It's the same application, which is going to be amazing. Yes?
Agree.
And the secret,
Okay. Do we need to get a close up on this?
you could.
All right.
We get this? The secret is this. Instagram has these amazing features, right? So let's say you posted a photo on Instagram. You can do something that is fun. If you go to that little hamburger menu right there, it has all these options, right?
Yeah.
It has all this delete, edit, and all this stuff.
Yeah.
It also has this says the archive. What happens when you click the archive button? It goes into archive.
Yeah.
Okay? When it goes into archive, it doesn't show us on your profile. So when you need it, you can go to that hamburger menu again, goes to your archive, and it is all there. See, I have 52 cards, photos right here. If you click on each of them, I have 52 different cards here posted, and I have them indexed as well, so I can find the cards.
Okay.
I have 52 of them here. So when Alan names a card, doesn't matter which card he names, I go and look for the photo, I click it, I double checked it,
Okay.
then I click this, it says what it says there, it says show on profile.
All right. Okay.
But there is an excuse that I use. I said, oh, what is my Instagram account? Then I take out my phone, and you need a reason.
Split seconds.
You
You
know-
need to change it.
It's not like I'm 70 and I forget my Instagram account, but I need to make a reason to pick up my phone. So I pick up my phone, I go through it, found it, click on it,
Ta-da!
and the rest is just magic, right? And you can use this to predict anything in advance, months and weeks again. You can have like preloaded hundreds of different women names, common ones like, Sarah, Deborah, whatever. And when you meet every
Your
different girl, you ask
victims,
them, what's their name?
All right. Let's see. Just want to double check in the comments. Dennis actually asked one question here. Which magician is your inspiration and why? So.
My inspiration would be David Copperfield, for sure. I think many magicians, idols would be him. When you watch him perform, there is just something about him. When I was very little, you can't just nothing is on demand, you see. You can't just have Netflix, YouTube and whatnot. You need to have DVDs and whatnot. So I get like a couple of performances that people burn from me and whatever. I would watch those shows again and again and again. It's just one of those idols,
Well, I think magic is also the learning never stops, right? It's always progressing and progressing.
I think magic it's the proof that childhood wonders are amazing. See, people like me, because I never grew up.
Is it the reason why you wanted to name this segment "Finding the Childhood Wonder"?
Yes, because I believe it's a personal opinion that because as we grow up, we will start to have problems and we start to have things, and that sense of childhood wonder, that little fun in life, it's not really there anymore. When you see a magician perform and you look at the expression of someone, You know, it's like it's just at that little moment that it feels that sense of childhood wonder. When you're young, everything is just amazing. That wonder, that sense of
It's too deep for me really. I don't know, maybe I don't have childhood lah. All right, I think we're about to end our session. Anything that you want to tell the fans or the audience back home? Anything you want to share before we end the session?
yes. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. Subscribe AEW
Oh, thank you.
for sure, and keep watching the episodes.
All right. So, guys, remember that if you have an upcoming event, a private gathering, a birthday, a wedding, or whatever in the future, just drop in an inquiry, pop some questions, and Chris will be happy to answer them. So yeah, I think it's about time. But guys, do stay tuned because we're gonna have some live music performance happening later on at 9 p.m. We have Brandon DeCruz, so please do not go anywhere. But thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so
I
much.
really hope that one day you will come back here and do like a 1-hour show, man.
Definitely.
All right. So guys, signing off. I'm Wangster with
And I'm
Chris
Chris Cheong.
Cheong. This is AEW Sessions. Ciao.